Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Legacies. This is the finale, episode 16 of season 1. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the first 15 episodes that have been uploaded to the channel, and honestly I cannot wait for this finale. Last episode was really interesting. We had lots of information. The two twins, they found out about the merge, so I'm really interested to see the ripple effect of this knowledge, because we did get Lizzie finding out about the merge in an alternate reality in one of the other episodes, Lizzie Saltzman's Legacies, and we was told in there by the Gina that she got well paranoid. She ended up killing her own sister and she couldn't take it. So now I'm very interested to see how the present day Lizzie takes this information. Very good. Also, that was really good is we found out that Landon's dad is Malivore. It's the tar pit, so to speak, and his brother is Ryan, the person that's been hunting him down. And we got a whole backstory of how it was created. It was the witches, the vampires, and the werewolves come together to create a being that would kill or take away all of the supernatural threats way back in the day. Now obviously, and one condition is it can't harm the witches, werewolves and vampires. And obviously, as Malivore was progressing through the stages, he was trying to evolve and adapt. He wanted to create his own species. He created Ryan. He couldn't procrastinate, so he couldn't carry on the family. Then obviously later on down the line, Ryan was mad at his dad and he ended up going with the humans and taking him out. That is where the tar come. That's where his body lay when he done the spell on him. What was interesting with this one is Triad, they started to use this area and they started to gain wealth and benefits of it, and then they started throwing innocence in there, and obviously the more humans that went in there, the more Malivore, gained, the more it adapted, evolved, and it started to be able to create. So that is when Landon's mum got thrown in. He felt sorry for her because she didn't deserve to be there. He then spit her back out after absorbing all these humans with obviously a pregnant baby inside of her, and that is where Landon comes from. So it's well interesting. And then Ryan gave him an ultimatum. He said, look, pretty much, you got Triad on the left. They want to use Malivore. They want to create an immortal being that would take down every single supernatural, or you could go on my side and you can help resurrect our father, and he could take out everybody, including Triads, on the one condition that he cannot hurt the school, the werewolves, witches and vampires, because that is the condition that was set out when he was first created. Well interesting. So hopefully you guys are excited for the finale. We are going to go in and reveal the most liked and disliked characters of this season. Let's dive over there now, see what you guys have voted for. I've got to think there's going to be a big mix, because I have no idea, what characters people have took to and which people have disliked. So I'm really excited. Let's dive over there now and check out the results of the most liked and disliked characters of season 1. Or we do reveal those votes. It's just me in the future. You'll see me change from present to obviously past to present again, because obviously I recorded that when the Patreon voted, and now so many people have took time to vote for the YouTube. You guys are absolutely amazing. Obviously, if you want to get the early content, you can check the Patreon and get the votes in early, and then obviously, or you could just stay and vote here as we release them. So thanks so much for everybody engaging. Let's jump over and check your results, and then I'll also reveal who was winning on the Patreon compared to the YouTube once it's done. So let's dive over there now. Okay, so here we are on our most disliked character of season 1. Now, I think this is really interesting, because I did say in the previous episodes that there is not one character that I've actually disliked. There's obviously at least favourite characters out of the main people, but not many that I dislike. I think, the person, if you're looking at this list, when it was made, Connor would be the most ideal person to put as a dislike, and that is who I'm going to pick. But I'm kind of hoping that I'm the only one that's going down that avenue of picking somebody that's hardly been in the show, but it's been really annoying. He was annoying every time we've seen him. I don't know if he was in the final episode or the originals, but he was annoying. Every episode that we've seen him, he has been very annoying. I just disliked him altogether. Now, obviously, I said Caleb, man, he stressed me out in the early doors, and then his character's definitely progressed and shot straight up. I've really enjoyed his character development. So again, that is why it would have been Caleb at the start of the season, but as we ended it, it's definitely not him. And the only person that I can actually say is obviously Connor. I didn't even really mind Dana that much, and Ryan's really intrigued me. So it's 50-50 there, but I'm going to go with Connor. And there you have it. There is the results from everybody voting from the YouTube and the Patreon. So if everybody is interested in the Patreon, they voted for Connor, Dana and Raphael. So on the top three stayed the same, but obviously the orders changed a little bit. But look at it, mate. I did say that we are going to have a massive mix in this season of characters, because there's so many different characters that you can get behind. I'm going to get really fascinated when we get into the most liked. I feel like it's just going to be all over the place. Honestly, I have to admit, when I was doing my vote, I was struggling as well. So this is so exciting. So look at that, mate. Connor's just took the edge. I mean, it's amazing how many people actually dislike Raphael, you know, and he's part of the main cast. You can see Connor and Dana, they was like bit part players, weren't they? But Raphael was in there for the thick of it, and he's up there, mate. You know, if you take my vote off Connor, there you go. He's drawing with everybody. So that is very interesting. I like how everybody's done a mix of different people. You know, it's very interesting to see, you know, who entertains who. Kaylee would have took my vote, obviously, if he continued the way he did in episode 1, 2, and 3. But then I think that he's much improved, mate. He is going in the right direction, shall we say. He's made me laugh a few times, and I'm liking his character progression, so I'm excited to see how we go in season 2 with him. Well, thanks so much for clicking on this one. Now we'll dive straight over into our most liked characters, and we'll see who I choose, and then we'll also reveal the Patreon and the YouTube ones. So, like I said, here we are with our most liked character. Now, it's changed consistently. You know, I really enjoyed Lizzie in certain stages, and definitely enjoyed Josie in stages as well. But then I feel like they disappeared in episodes, you know, like not as in they was in episodes and he didn't do much, as in they was missing. Maybe like 3 episodes in a row, they wasn't in it much. So it's really interesting. I have to say, the person's actions, yeah, that I've enjoyed is Penelope's the most. Like, her good deeds that she's tried to do to Josie really made me... They pleased me. It was pleasurable for me to watch, like how much she cared for her, and she was basing all of her actions not for herself, for somebody else. I enjoyed it. So in terms of actions, I would say Penelope's done the best actions that pleased me the most. I really enjoyed it. But characters, you know what, Ryan? I never really thought I would pick this character, but I've enjoyed the story throughout the whole season. You see, I've enjoyed how it's gone through. It's been dead consistent, and with learning, he started off like you know, very timid, like not really much confidence, not had any friends, and then slowly progressed forward. And I feel like he's got a big storyline going on now, and he's just obviously found out who his dad is and stuff like that. And I'm going to pick Landon as my favourite. I think, yeah, it's really interesting. You know, I just think I just liked his character progression. I would never have thought I would pick him at the start of the season. Never. But it's I think he's had a good one. I've enjoyed his storyline, and I do feel like the season story has kind of revolved around him. Even though Hope's been in it a lot, I do feel like the chunk of the season is all been around Landon and like his family and where he's come from and everything. And I do think he's had a good season, so I'm going to pick him. Okay, so there you have it. Your most liked character for season 1 is Hope with 17 votes. Landon comes second with 12, and we've got Josie in third place with 8. So yeah, my vote, as you can see with the blue tick, has put Landon in second place, which is really nice to see. Many people obviously enjoyed his story as well, and obviously Hope is just decent all round. The reason I picked Landon is because he's kind of like a fresh character to us. We got introduced to him. He was involved in the thick of the story, wasn't it? It kind of revolved around him and his dad, and he was just, you know, didn't have no powers, and then he's come in and he's got all this weird stuff now, and it's like really good. I'm enjoying it. I think all the characters have been great, and yeah, you know, this has got much less votes than it did on the disliked. You know, it was a massive mix on the dislike compared to the most liked. So I mean, really interesting that people are obviously swaying towards like the majority. Like them 3 at the top have clearly outshone everybody else, which is really interesting. Now obviously Lizzie's only got 2 votes and MG has only got 3 votes. Kind of would have thought people might have voted them a bit more, because I think they are pretty decent and I'm liking them. But yeah, I've got to admit, Josie's probably had the better season out of the twins. So I mean, it's really good. I'm really interested obviously to see how everybody progresses into the next season. This has been a really good introduction. Can't wait for the finale. I appreciate every single person that's dived onto the YouTube and been supporting it. You guys are absolutely amazing. Obviously, if you're new here, thanks so much for checking out the channel, getting involved in the votes. You know, we do run this on every single series so far that have been along, like the longevity series. We do run it. So hopefully you guys stick around and obviously get voting in season 2. Can't wait for this finale. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Try to kidnap Landon after all.
I need to go home. My family needs me.
Oh, sure.
Ma?
Look, I'm sorry, but I can't join the fight.
Don't worry, I'm not going alone.
She's coming.
I need all the help I can get, so please put your twin war on pause.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Burr. Triad Industries.
Propellier!
What you don't got is magic, which is why your daylight ring won't work. And what we have are stakes, wolfsbane, and other things.
Gotta have a witch on the side. They have to. Only explanation. Otherwise, you know, if that don't get explained, it'd be disappointing. But this guy's accent is good. He reminds me of someone in The Walking Dead.
Take it easy on the turns. I'm still a little drunk. What's going on up there?
Enquiry bridge is closed. Someone blew it up.
Now, you know this place a lot better than we do, so the sooner you help us find it, the sooner we'll be gone.
Busting me out is gonna make for a pretty awkward performance review.
If you're worried about them following us, don't be. Your family's counting on you.
Is that the one that Landon did pick, or is he threw it as a diversion?
Your daylight ring will start to work again once you clear the perimeter. This fountain, it nullifies the magic inside the school. That's how we got in undetected. Right now, I'm trying to prevent one of nature's greatest evils from rising up, so if you could just go.
I don't like her. Even I don't know who's telling the truth, though. Yes, MJ.
It's dead. We have to find the school cell.
Check MG's tidy whities.
Whatever they're doing to block out our magic must have knocked out a cloaking spell your dad had.
Big shocker. Dad's hiding something from us. I'm the weak, broken one.
And like clockwork. Victim. Hey, guys. Found it.
What do they want?
They said that the third artifact is in the school somewhere.
You're kidding.
The chalice of arithmetic? We're not the only ones in danger. Landon is too. I can't just stand here and do nothing.
God, hope for once in your life. Will you please just listen to me? If Triad wants the chalice, help them get the chalice.
So what do we do now?
Now, we figure out a way to get our powers back and we kick some paramilitary ass.
You're not very scared of me, are you? These bullets were formed from the mud of the Malvor pit and weaponized by Triad scientists. This is just for fun, really.
Oh, no way she was shot. Oh, that's interesting, mate. I thought MG might have come around the corner with his gun or something. I want to know if it can affect Hope, because so far we know that she can only die from a white oak, yeah? Or Marcel's bite, I'm assuming. Interesting. Like, I kind of, like I said, that would have been a good way to kill Hope so that she can come back and feed and get a vampire side. It would have fit. It would have been consistent with how... You know what I mean? Like, good way to die. It would make sense. So I'm interested how they picked Joseph. I definitely don't want her to die. There better be some sort of way out of this.
If I'm destined to die in my prime, it may as well be in a blaze of hero glory. Who took it upon herself to dive in front of my bullet? I thought that your codependent days were over.
I mean, I dragged you both into this and I have absolutely no idea how to get us out of it.
My sister is clearly dying, and we did not wait 10 years to become friends with you for you to not come through with your annoyingly perfect Hope Michelson heroics.
She's right for a change. It's hero time, Hope.
Not much of an indestructible artifact, is it? This was a test to see if you're really on my side. When you took the knife in the urn, did you even realize what you were doing at the time? Or check your pocket. Let's find out.
That was really good.
All right, I'll go find the secret tunnel, I guess.
Thanks. If we get our magic back, we'll have the upper hand.
And then I can siphon the sludge out of Josie.
She's right again. He needs you.
We've been watching you save the day this entire school year, Hope. We got it. Now go save Landon.
Go.
Everything's gonna be okay, Joe.
I hope so. Definitely
MG,
hope
wait.
so.
I have an idea. Take this. You know what to do with it.
I just activated the last artifact, which means that a monster is no doubt barreling its claw-footed way here as we speak.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
I know what's messing with our magic. Now, Hope's gonna shut it down. When that happens, we get our juice back, that'll be the time to make our move.
You're the golden child. The one he was trying to create, remember? The perfect son, the one who could create the new bloodline. Because of you, be able to launch the species. No. You wanted to be special, right? Turns out your purpose is to be a meat suit for the most powerful monster ever to walk the earth. Think it'll be Centaur? Pegasus?
Oh, goals from Noed.
It's all yours. Just do your thing.
He's still going to the pit, isn't there? He's still going there, though.
I see that. What happened to your arm?
That triad guy shot at us with Malivore mud. He must have gotten me too. I didn't even feel it. Is this gonna be just...
Josie got shot?
Yes, but MG and Lizzie are on it, and I think that they can fix everything if I can just figure out a way to turn this stupid thing off. Which is super easy, apparently. How didn't they know that there were tunnels?
Listen, I will explain everything to you later, okay? But right now, I have to get to Josie.
Why isn't it working?
Maybe it can't be siphoned.
But then you'll die.
Just think of the amazing outfit that you'll wear to my funeral.
This is well said.
MG needs us. Blaze of glory, right?
In here, go on a blaze of glory.
You sure you're up for this? Not at all.
Salvatore stallions! Let's ride!
Yeah, that was sick.
Make it rain.
The magic's back! Somebody get to the tunnels and fix this!
Yeah, that's pretty sure.
So you think you're a superhero or something?
Oh,
Too bad I've got super friends. I got magical hope bling too. If Josie and Lisa can help me with a veiling spell, you'll never see me coming.
I do want to see a wolf. Do you remember when we seen Haley transition into a wolf and then she ripped all them people apart when she was getting Elijah and all that back when she woke Freya up, and then Elijah come behind and put the coat over her? That was sick, mate. We did not really see many wolf attacks in wolf form. I would love him to just be running, galloping in the field, mate, and then just fucking attack everyone. That'd be so sick. Honestly, it'd be so good. I'm interested to see what's going to happen to Josie. Mate, she cannot die. She's such a good character with potential as well. Like, she can't die. I've always wanted a triangle, mate. I said it, the triangle between her, Lizzie, and Hope as friends. And we're getting it towards the back end of the season as well. And they can't pull this on us, man. They can't. And we still got Landon, and he's getting took to the pit. This storyline's got to move into the next season. It's got to, hasn't it? Usually we don't do that. We have had like repercussions of it in the originals with the Hollow, but like in the final season we had the after effects of the season before. But like you can't. I don't see how we conclude this season with how long's left. 21 minutes, and we've got to get Malivore back and all that stuff. I can't see it. I think it's got to go into the next one.
Look around, man. Your stupid cup ain't here, okay?
What's this guy's? Why is he just sort of hurt little kids and that? Dying. Go on, lad.
Yes! You're definitely getting a raise. Oh, Medusa's out. Go on.
Would John Stewart leave the Corps hanging? Because he's the best Green Lantern, and you know it.
Come on, man. Where's this blood? Yes, Rick.
Daddy, this is so bad.
You better work. Teasing us.
They say revolution is messy. And I'm okay with that.
These triad guys are just scared bullies, lashing out because they think they're losing control over something they had no power over in the first place. So just be better.
That's Stefan talking to Damon, but Damon's going to turn around and take his head off with a bar. I wanted him to take his head clean off, though. Not going to lie. Good speech, MG.
He'll never work in the field again.
If that's supposed to be an apology, it sucked. How could you work with guys like that?
Triad has been doing great work in the world.
If this is our family's legacy, we cannot be family anymore.
No, please, don't!
Yeah, that had to be done. There was no way Landon was not getting it in there. Hope saved it. Not having it. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? What are the odds she'd be there last second to stop that from landing in that pit? I'm not having it, mate. That had to go in that pit. I need to see it. They can't tease all this Malivore stuff and it's not actually go in and unlock the doors. I need him to come at least at one point.
Feel free to take notes.
Why did he always tease us?
You took that thing from his office?
I didn't want to tell you when we were fighting, but I busted the lock. And I recognized this from all the research I've been doing.
Girls, there's something I need to talk to you both about. You see, my purpose in founding the school was to create a safe space for my daughters. Because today, you were confronted by the worst monster you've faced yet. Plans and method Triad used to infiltrate our school and endanger your lives were mine. The contingency plan that I had developed because I thought that perhaps one day it was the world that would need to be protected from your gifts, to leave it up to you to decide whether I should remain as your headmaster. I want to thank you for making me understand that the world my daughters inherit will be in better hands.
He's got it under his cape. Kill the head, the body dies. That's science.
As if his head just fell out randomly. Head on a stick. Oh.
So I had this entire speech that I practiced with your prismatic hologram.
Why, what?
But I know that the only thing you want from me is the truth. I love you, Landon Kirby.
I love you too, Hope Michelson. I know it looked like I was losing when you got here, but that's just how Phoenix combat looks, so...
Oh, we're terribly clumsy.
There we go, Ryan. Thank you.
No!
See, that had to be done. Are we getting it? 9 minutes left. It's definitely not being concluded. We are going into the next season. It's going to be good. I wonder if his dad's going to be like absolutely massive now compared to when we seen him in those flashbacks. You know what I mean? From all those bodies that he's absorbed over the years. So really excited now. It's been a really good episode. Oh yes, Landon.
Hope's MIA. Ralph is stuck being a werewolf until she gets back. Miss Tig don't even work at the damn school anymore.
Caleb, we're voting on the fate of my father.
So Malivor's your dad?
Weird, huh?
And he can't be killed. Which is why Triad turned him to goo?
Quick study. Any brilliant ideas? Because I think we're running out of time.
Just one.
Is she going to jump in?
You're gonna hate it.
I didn't hate that at all.
Oh, she killed him.
Fort Valley, Georgia. Landon's gonna need you when I'm done. You have to write it down.
Put Landon on the phone.
I can't. He would have tried to stop me, so I had to kill him too. He found the final artifact and he tossed it into the pit, which is Landon's father, by the way.
Listen to me, Dad. This is a theory, okay? And you don't even know if this is gonna work. So you just sit tight and you wait for me to get there.
There's no time. That Triad weapon didn't affect me. Did my blood heal Josie?
I am not okay with this.
Asking myself why my father sacrificed himself for me. I mean, I totally understand it. This is where you tell me that even though you wish you could change my mind, you know I'm doing the right thing. Have him pack up my room, take my files, all those notes I know that you keep about me, and burn them. But I trust you more than I trust anyone. I wish I would have figured that out sooner, too.
Listen to me, wait!
It's not an option. Promise me you're gonna do what I said.
I promise.
Sorry. I was eavesdropping. Whatever you think you just did didn't work.
Are you coming with me? Ah, that is sick. Yes, Hope. That was good. See, what I've got to say is, I don't understand why they need to burn her stuff, because they're going to forget her. So, all they need to do is box it up and store it away. Yeah? Because they're going to forget her. It doesn't need to be destroyed. So, I mean, I don't think they should be destroying it. What I've got to say is, Hope can only die in the last episode of this show. She has got to be in it the whole show. The whole show. She's got to stay a Tribid the whole show as well. I will be very disappointed if she loses part of her abilities. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we had Klaus, the Superior, all the way until the very end. Yeah. Maybe like the second to last season, and then, but throughout it, she's a Michelson, mate. Like, literally, it's got to mean something. I know that sounds ridiculous, because if you've never watched the other shows, it doesn't really, they've not really tied this show into the other shows. They've referenced it in the background, you know, my dad and all this and my family and my tribe, but it's like, but she's a Michelson. For us, long time, 250 plus episode watchers, that name means something, and it means that you ain't dying diving in that pit. You ain't losing your powers, and you are going to come back, and you're going to be strong. And I'm actually really fascinated for her to come back to the school with nobody knowing who she is and seeing how they, you know, like how they react to it. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be like that reality in Lizzie's genie world where they spin the globe and they find Hope and they go and find her. Do you know what I'm saying? And no matter what happens in, like I said, in that episode, is even if you don't know Hope, you always get drawn to her. Wait, Raph's gonna stay as a wolf?
You okay?
Who's that other one for?
Why do we have 5 voting tiles?
But surely Raphael's gonna know that he's a wolf. Like, he can't forget how he's a wolf and he can't come back. Well, you can't throw that one away. You know who Landon is.
Roger Saltzman?
Landon, I'm on my way.
I don't really know what happened.
Yeah, well, that makes 2 of us. I just found a note that you need me.
Who left it?
I have no idea.
Hey, little pit's gone, like, completely. Okay, it was good episode. I enjoyed it. Loads of stuff that could go down after this. My only thing is, in a modern day society with phones, yeah, not having one person hasn't got a picture of Hope. I'm not having that somebody hasn't got Facebook or Twitter and Instagram or whatever. You know, no one's got a message, no one's got a picture. He hasn't got a text message, you know, like she might have deleted it off her phone, but she deleted it for his phone. Do you know what I'm saying? There's loads of stuff. Everybody's forgot about it, seems like it. But, yeah, they know who the Michaelsons are. There's got to be some sort of crossover where they know that there's a kid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to tell me that, like, Freya is going to forget. I'm not having it, because she's still alive, so you got, like, Freya, Marcel, all these people are not forgetting. I just don't believe it. Yeah. I'm just not. And, like, other stuff as well, yeah. Raphael is a wolf. Now, are they all just going to forget him? Where's Raphael gone? Do you know, why is he not coming to this meeting to do the vote? Well, he's stuck in a wolf form. Does he know he's a wolf now? Does he know that he goes to the school? Because if he's lost his memory, then, you know, do you know what I'm saying? There's loads of, like, little questions here. She transitioned him over and it's only Hope that could bring him back. Questions. We need answers. Exciting. Did leave us well to go into the next episode, which I'm glad that they've gone into the next season, because there was too much going on to pack it all into the last episode. So I have no problem with moving over into seasons. I've never had a problem in going over in seasons. I actually like it when you do that, because that means it's a long continuous story that you can get invested in. And the only time I don't like it is like when you never give us any action and it's just always information, and like you don't conclude any stories or like even attempt to start them. Where here they have done. They give us lots of information about Landon, about Ryan, about Malivore, you know, about the Gemini, about Hope saving him. He's transitioned over into the wolf. How's he getting back? They forgot about Hope. Do you know what I'm saying? Hope can't be affected by the Malivore stuff. There's loads of stuff. So good information. Continuous to the episodes, moving into the next season. We don't know how Malivore is going to react. It's been very good. I thought it was a great episode. It's been a good season so far anyway, and I'm definitely excited for season 2. I'm not going to lie, no beating around the bush. Cannot wait for season 2. Okay, and that is going to wrap up today's episode. Again, I thought it was a good one. I've got to say, like the last 5 episodes possibly have been very good in this season. I've really enjoyed them. Now, Rick is obviously come and he's told the school that the reason why they was able to get in is from information that he's passed on to them in the past, not knowing obviously like who they are and they're the bad people, but he created a get out of jail plan, so to speak. What is it, like a safe plan, like a contingency, that's what you call it, in case anything happened in the school, so that the people can escape and they can get out, and it's a way to like lock them in and disable the powers by using their dark magic. Now, I don't blame him for doing that. It is smart, considering he's a human and it's a bunch of kids with loads of magic. You never know what's going to happen, and he's got a contingency plan where he can when he can shut it off, the magic, and take everybody into kind of a normal state while he rectifies it, whilst also having a secret tunnel where he can get in and out in case of an emergency. I don't blame it. I like how he owned up to it, he told the truth, and he was saying, look, this was put as a safe measure, but it was used against us, and we never expected that. And I've got to be open to you know, you guys have progressed way more than I ever thought that you would be, and it should be me protecting you, and you guys have actually protected me today, and I understand if you don't want me to be in charge anymore and be your head teacher. So I'm going to leave it up to the committee. You guys can vote, and if you want me in charge, I will be. If not, then I respect your decision, because I know that I'm leaving this place with my daughter's chance of surviving in this world are much better. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Good stuff there. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I've got to say, he's got to be voted back in. I don't know who would vote that he's a terrible head teacher. It wouldn't make any sense to me, yeah, because most of the committee anyway are Rick's family, friends, or whatever. But I can't see how you can have a better head teacher. I think he's great, and he puts time and effort into every single person. So I'm really interested to see how this gets voted. But obviously Hope is not going to have a vote now. I'm assuming Raphael's not going to have a vote now, because he's transitioned into a werewolf, and obviously Hope has jumped into the pit, which means everybody's forgotten about her and he's stuck in that form. Like, what is going to happen to him? That is a massive question that we do need answering. She's obviously erased memories of herself. She's told Rick to burn all this stuff. She's deleted stuff off the phone. I'm not having, like I said, like some sort of social media or somewhere that this hasn't, obviously, nobody's got a memory. A picture, a letter, a school book, you know, information about the Michaelsons. It's got to be. But I do love how she done that mimicking spell. She got her and Ryan, boom, climbed up, choke, dived in. You know, it was very good. She killed Landon as well. He's got resurrected at the end, full of dust. He's looked in the tar pit. It's not even there now. It's just a big deep hole in the floor. So I'm guessing Malvor's out. He's gone somewhere. Very excited to see what's going on with that. Is Ryan dead? We don't know. I don't think he's dead, but he's probably been absorbed by his father, which again is really interesting. Hope wasn't affected by the blood at all. When Josie was shot, she was absolutely dying, wasn't it? It was like she was desiccating. It was spreading the infection. Hope, nothing. Didn't even leave a scratch on her. Again, very interesting. She can't be affected by it. Again, I said, she's a Michelson. It has to mean something. That name has to mean something. It really does, man. It needs to be she needs to be the strongest, the best out of them all. Whether, I don't mean she needs to be the best character, so we watch it and vote for the best every season, but she just has to be the character with the best features, the strongest abilities, and she just has to be that one. Whether she's the one that we like the most, she doesn't have to be that one. It could be anyone. You could be like the person with the no powers. You can love Pedro, the little kid, you know what I mean? You can love Caleb or whatever, but Hope needs to have the most and the strongest powers, and she needs to be that tribid. She needs to be well elevated above everybody else, because that is the impact that we was told of her and her abilities in all of the other shows. You know, we was told that she's going to be the greatest witch of all time by Klaus. Yeah, she's going to absolutely dominate the earth, and she's going to be, you know, a person that with the wolf, the vampire abilities, which we haven't seen once, and obviously the witch abilities. So I need to see it. I just do. I need her to be coming back as the full-on tribrid, not as a hybrid, because that is what she is right now. She's a hybrid, but she needs to come back as the tribrid. So I'm excited to see her powers and what's going on and her story next season. It's going to be really interesting. Like I said, the twins as well, they know about the merge now. They've got the Ascendant. They've stole it from Rick's office. I would actually love if they could go to the Kai world, mate, and see Kai, because he's been locked in there. He's not fully dead, mate. He's still alive somewhere in a prison world. They've got an Ascendant. I want them to go over there and speak to him. You know, I would love a bit of tying into the other shows. I would absolutely love it. Like, they could so easily get Haley, Klaus, Elijah back. Piss easy. Like, honestly, when she was speaking to that thing, when she was having a conversation with Landon when he wasn't actually there, you know, Lizzie said that she has conversations with Rick and with her mum, and it's a figment of their imaginations, and we could easily get them back. A fan favourite, people that have got us invested into this franchise, just seeing them for 2 minutes, yeah, would make the episode one of the best. And like, I think we need to integrate some of the stuff. Yeah, we've had references. I've called my Aunt Freya, we didn't even hear her. We could have seen her. Give us just the one little clip, you know. We've spoken to Bonner. Where is she? Do you know what I mean? Get her in again. Like Caroline, referenced so many times, but we haven't seen her. I just think that it's time now to drop some in, to give us a bit of nostalgia, a bit of like elevation on the episodes, a bit more joy to us, as well as they don't have to come in and dominate everybody. They don't have to be in all the season. Just one little glimpse of them, like, get in there, mate. I love that character. Remember all the good stuff. And because that's what it was. It was a good feeling. Remember when Josie come back? Yeah. How good was that? It was a great episode. It was a nice feeling. It was good to see somebody that you've seen and been invested in come back and have a good episode. And that's all I'd be asking for, you know. It was just nice to see Jez come back for one as well. It's like, oh, mate, Jeremy, he was only there for like 2 minutes, but it was good. That's all you need, just a little bit. So I'm definitely excited for next season. I thought this one was a great season, to be honest, yeah. I know the people on the YouTube did saying that it wasn't the best, but I've really enjoyed it, and I actually can't wait for the next one, so I'm very excited. I'd like to thank every single person that's come on this journey with us so far, and like I said, if you're just new here, you can watch the full episodes in the description below for free. Just check it out on every single video that's on the channel. To the Patreon people, you guys are absolutely amazing. I'm loving that you're enjoying it, and thanks so much for voting, even though the vote was only put up for 1 day, yeah, you can still vote now. It's going to keep running now continuously. It'll never go down. So if you've not voted yet, and you've obviously seen mine, just still get yours in as well, because we're going to get reviewing it when it gets put on the YouTube in like 2-3 weeks or something. So I mean, there's going to be way more votes then, so don't worry, get your votes cast anyway if you've not done it yet. Thanks so much for clicking out season 1. Season 2 will be starting tomorrow. Thanks so much, everybody, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.